that they are on your screen. So it'll help if you put yourself in grid view. That way you can see everybody's faces and everybody's reactions sharing back. So go ahead and do that if you're not already. But I am just gonna call on Jonathan to share back. And he's right over there on my screen.
Let me just unmute myself. All right, so for my senior prank day, for the entirety of like the 2 years that I was in school, our head teacher used to always confiscate playing cards from us because he would constantly be finding us playing cards when we were supposed to be studying. And so for senior prank day, me and all my friends, we went in to his office and we coated every single surface in his office with playing cards. I'm talking like ceiling, floor, walls. We lifted up his phone, got the underneath of that. He had like a screen protector on his computer. We got both sides of that. We hid stuff behind his bookshelf, so I'm pretty sure he still hasn't even found that yet. It was intense. We bought like every pack of playing cards in a 5-mile radius around the school. Yeah, that was definitely the craziest prank that I've ever played.
How long did that take you?
Oh, we had 4 people working for 4 or 5 hours while the rest of us pranked the rest of like the school. Like we were dedicated. We were all so annoyed that we lost so many cards.
That is impressive. Okay. I wonder if people have even crazier pranks. Jonathan, you want to call someone to share?
Sure. Let's popcorn it over to Sebastian.
I actually, it didn't happen my graduating year, but it happened a couple years back. Someone snuck a lobster into our school and then they put it in the toilet, and that's about as crazy as it gets. Yeah, there's nothing much to it. I don't think anybody got bit or clawed, but yeah, I just thought it was funny.
So what were like the consequences? Like was the lobster just vibing in there for a while?
Yeah, and it's
out.
actually in our rule book. We're not allowed to bring lobsters in the school anymore. Like it's written in the code of conduct.
So, like, specifically lobsters, not allowed.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane. All right, I'll have you popcorn it someone.
I'll popcorn it to Robbie Hines. He's right here.
Mine wasn't that great either, but for my senior year, my like friends knew the principal, so they went to his office and like stole his keys and like parked his like truck like right in front of the school entrance on the grass and everything. It's pretty funny. So yeah. I'll popcorn it to Sunny.
Yeah, so I think the greatest prank ever pulled on me personally was by a G. So he stole like a family picture on my bedside from my room the first semester of freshman year. And I've like stolen it back from him like multiple times, right? So he keeps stealing it. He keeps like coming back into my room, and every time he sees it, he just like slips it into his backpack. I still don't have it. I think it's still in Ajit's room. So I'm going to have to steal it back once I come back onto campus. I will popcorn it onto...
I want to know, Ajit, why are you so obsessed with his family photo?
It's force of habit. I mean, I've had it for like 6 months. I'm ready to let it go. But Sunny hasn't had the guts to take it, so...
I'm in Buffalo right now. I'm like 700 miles away.
That's some dedication.
I popcorned it to Brooke.
Okay, I just thought of one. Just as a disclaimer, I was not a part of this prank, so, but at our school, we found like poop on the walls of the bathroom. And for the longest time, no one could figure out who it was. So like the dean would always ask, like who smeared the poop on the walls. And so just like the running joke would be finding poopy hands. So yeah.
Can I ask a question? Like
Sure.
people would consistently leave their marks as spooky hands around the school.
It was like a one big event, and then I think there were like copycats that did it like afterward, but yeah.
We had that same problem in our middle school, but it turned out they were just like wet brownies.
I hope that would.
Well, I feel like there's only a few ways to find out. How did they know it was just wet brownies versus?
Girl, I don't want to know. I want to know.
All right. Brooke, I'll let you popcorn it to someone.
Okay, I'll popcorn it to Emma.
Hi, I'm actually outside, so it's a little windy. If you can't hear me, sorry. But the craziest prank I've ever pulled was about a year ago when I went to Mexico, and in the middle of the night, we were at this orphanage since it was a mission trip. In the middle of the night, we snuck out of our rooms at the hacienda, and we went to the room above us with our guy friends, and we like went in front of the door, knocked on it, and like we like ran away. And then so they were like, no, we didn't do that. And then so to get back at us, they started like running around the hacienda, and then they ended up getting caught, but we didn't get caught.
Did they get in trouble then? What happened?
No, our dad caught them. So like they didn't like get in trouble, but he was just like, you guys need to go to bed and not be roaming around the halls.
Wow. I'll let you popcorn it over to someone.
I'll popcorn it over to Robin.
Let's see. One of the craziest ones I did to my sister. She was in the shower and she likes to take like really hot showers. So I got a bucket of water and filled it with ice and made sure it was like super, super cold. And then I dumped it all over her, and like hot water and cold water, like they don't mix. And she was like screaming and chasing me around the house.
Oh no, what made you want to prank her so bad?
I mean, she always does like annoying things to me, so I'm like, why not?
Is she your younger sibling or your older sibling?
No, she's older.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're the prankster younger sibling.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you popcorn it over to someone, Robin.
Let's see. Amanda.
Hey, hi guys. Well, this prank doesn't involve me, but this happened in my high school years before I went there. I went to Mason High School, and in 2002, there were these group of students for a senior prank. They decided to get a bunch of farm animals and release them within the school and on the school grounds. And somehow they got 2 peacocks too. I don't know how they got that, but they let them run around the school and stuff. And yeah, it was really messy, I heard.
Wow, I bet.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and popcorn it over to someone?
What about Parnica?
Okay, so mine's a little sexual in nature. It was my high school. So it was kind of gross. But yeah, it happened, I think, a few years before I went there. And so our mascot was a patriot. So there was a giant patriot statue in like the front entrance of our school. So then the prank was that they super glued a dildo to it and then like lubed it up. So like no one could remove it. And that was the prank.
You were so serious when I said share your craziest pranks.
It wasn't mine. I was not a part of it. It was before
the craziest
before I was there. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wow. I don't know what's up that.
All right, I'm gonna popcorn it. Who hasn't gone? I guess I'll popcorn it to Ajit.
So mine's a little sadistic. This is a prank I pulled last year. We did a white elephant for Globe Med for our e-board. and we were told to be a little bit creative and tricky, not necessarily cruel, in our gifts. I don't know, Matthew gave the instructions. He's kind of weird. But I got a puzzle and then cut some of the pieces so they would never fit. And then the person who received it, I didn't get a chance to like warn them in any kind of way. So they spent a couple hours on it, and I didn't tell them for like a while until I was working on it with them. And then I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what to do. So I just like had to say it at one point. It was pretty rough.
So what was the reaction there? You let her work on it for several hours?
So I didn't know they'd worked on it. Like me and Matthew showed up to their house, to Shivani's house, and she'd already started. So I didn't know what to say. So we just kind of worked on it for a while, knowing things wouldn't work. And she's still pretty mad at me. I just don't like mention it. Don't mention it to her, please. On that, I'll popcorn it over to Noah.
Okay, so this is one that I thought of when Emma was telling hers about door knocking, because I have a ding dong ditching one as well. So when I was in high school, I went ding dong ditching, and this was like I'd gone before, but like this time in my friend group, we brought like our friend from Morocco had never done it before, and he was really excited about doing it. And so we're trying to explain to him how this works. Like you go to someone's house, you knock on their door, and then you run away. Ha ha, it's so hilarious. Well, he like misses the entire idea of it and just goes up to this house and starts beating on this person's garage door. And we're like, dude, you can't do that. Like, you're going to make them think that we're breaking in. So we run away, and we're like in this cornfield, and we see this car go by, and we hear like police sirens, and we see the lights, and we're like, great, we got the police called on us. So we're like hiding in this field for like 45 minutes trying to leave. And then we finally make it back to our house. And then someone's like, oh, yeah, that was us. Like, we just gone out to freak you guys out. But they timed it so perfectly because it was right after we did it. So it was just our other friends at the house that just, like, drove by in their car with, like, a police siren and just scared the crap out of us. So we're just, like, lying down in this field for, like, 45 minutes. And it's super cold. And it was just, I don't even know. Just the timing of it was impressive. All right, and who hasn't gone yet?
So let's just do one more person for the sake of time.
Okay, Weston.
Okay, so probably one of the craziest pranks I've ever heard of was my friend's dad. When he was a senior in high school, their senior prank, they disassembled a car and reassembled it in like the main, like their cafeteria space, and just left it there for everyone to deal with. And they couldn't get it out the doors because it was a full car, and so they kind of had to deal with it for a couple days in their cafeteria.
Oh my gosh. So that must have taken forever to disassemble, or actually I don't know much about cars.
Oh yeah, well he said they actually had to break into their school to do it, which was when they got punished. That's what they really got punished for, was they like broke into the school at night. But yeah.
Wow. Sometimes. All right, well, thank you everybody for sharing back. So for the sake of time, actually, I think we're gonna skip this next game, and we could just do it next week at our during our community builder, because we do have some really exciting content to get into today.